Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and today our topic is how to create Pipedrive person on Google Form submission. So here by using Google Form, I have already created a lead form that I have added on my website. Now what I want to do is that as I'm going to receive a new form submission through that Google Form, I'm going to receive a new lead detail. Now automatically by using that lead detail, I want to create a new person in Pipedrive, which is my CRM application. So here for doing this automatically and for setting up this automation, I need to build a connection between Google Forms and Pipedrive. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing software for automation and integration. Now with Pabbly Connect, whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission through Google Forms, then automatically by using those details, I'm going to create a new person in Pipedrive. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can create Pipedrive person on Google Form submission. So here what I want to do is that I have already created a lead form or a contact form in Google Form, and I have added this form on my website for my business. Now what I want to do is that automatically I want to create a new person in Pipedrive whenever a new lead will submit their information through this Google Form. So by doing this will ensure that no potential customer is missed. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to automatically create this automation between Google Forms and Pipedrive, and for every new form submission that I'm going to receive from my lead, I'm going to create a new person in Pipedrive. So here I want to do this automatically, so for that I'm going to set up an automation between Google Forms and Pipedrive with the help of Pabbly Connect. So simply by using Pabbly Connect, I'm going to connect Google Form and Pipedrive, and I'm going to do that without any coding and programming skills. So here I just need to use Pabbly Connect, and for using Pabbly Connect, I need to open a new tab and I need to search for pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the landing page, I have these two options of sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then you can just click on the sign up for free button, and this will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 free tasks every month. Or if you already have an account or you are an existing user, then you can just click on sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I just need to click on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and it will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the dashboard, what I need to do is I need to create a new workflow, and for that I'm going to click on this Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Now here I need to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to create Pipedrive person on Google Forms submission. Now what I need to do is I need to select the folder where I want to save my workflow, so I'm going to open this tab, and here in this tab I'll find all the folders that I have in my Pabbly Connect account, and here I'm going to use this particular folder of Google Forms, so I'm going to select this, and now I need to click on Create. And here this will take us to this most important window for our workflow, and here in this window I have these two boxes of trigger and action. So trigger and action are the two main principles on which our workflow works on, and trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action is just going to follow that. So here in my workflow I need to first set up my trigger, and here in my workflow I can only set up single trigger step and multiple action steps. So here for setting up my trigger, I need to search for my trigger application, and here my trigger application is going to be Google Forms. So I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to select Google Forms here. Now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, and new response received will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this. And now I need to connect Google Forms with Pabbly Connect in my workflow, and for that I need to use this webhook URL. So this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. Now for connecting these two applications, I need to follow all these instructions, and first I need to copy this webhook URL. And now I need to take you to my Google Forms. And here in my Google Form, I have already connected Google Form with Google Sheet, so that every responses that I'm going to receive through this Google Form, all the responses will be added or get collected in my Google Sheet. So here I have created this particular spreadsheet which is named as contact form responses, and for every new Google Form responses, all the detail will be added in this particular spreadsheet. Now what I need to do is I need to connect this spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect so that whenever I'm going to receive a new response from my Google form, then automatically the detail of that form submission will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So here for connecting the spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect, what I need to do is I need to go to extensions, and here I need this particular extension of Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Now what if you don't have this particular extension? Then what you need to do is you need to go to add-ons and you need to click on get add-ons. And this will direct us to the Google Workspace Marketplace. Now here in this marketplace, we need to search for our extension, which is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So I'm going to search for that. And we will see our extension like this. Now what you need to do is you need to install this particular extension, and I have already installed this. So I'm going to close this window. And after installing your extension, you need to first refresh your spreadsheet. And again, you need to go to extensions, and in this list, you will find your extension that you have just installed. Now in the extension of Pabbly Connect Webhooks, we need to use initial setup so that we can connect this spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on initial setup. And now by using initial setup, I'm going to connect this sheet 1, which is named as form responses 1 with Pabbly Connect. So here for connecting this spreadsheet, what I need to do is I need to give my webhook URL and the trigger column. So here first I'm going to add my webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that webhook URL here in this tab. And now I have to give my trigger column. So the trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here in my spreadsheet, I have this column F, which is my last data entry column. And if the data will be filled in this particular column, then automatically I want that data to be sent to Pabbly Connect. So here for giving my trigger column, I need to type that column, and that will be column F. And now I have filled all the required details. Now what will happen is that as the data of the new form submission will be added in my spreadsheet, then automatically the data of that row will be sent to Pabbly Connect, and I will get the response of the new form submission in Pabbly Connect. Now I'm going to click on submit. And here my setup is configured successfully. Now I'm going to close this window. And here I want one more thing, that every time I'm going to receive the new form submission and all the form submission will be added in the new rows, then as the new rows will be get filled with the new form submissions, then automatically I want to send those row details immediately to Pabbly Connect. So for this, let me take you back to extensions. I need to go to Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and here I need to enable this option of send on event. So I'm going to enable this. And after enabling this option, every time I'm going to add the new row with the new form submission detail from Google Forms, then automatically as the new row will get filled, then the data of that new row will be sent to Pabbly Connect immediately. Now that I have set up my connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect, I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, we can see it is waiting for webhook response. So for getting this webhook response, what I need to do is I need to create a new form submission in Google Forms. So as I'm going to create a new form submission, then automatically the detail of that form submission will be sent to Pabbly Connect, and I will receive this response. So let me take you to Google Forms, and now I'm going to preview this form. And here this is my contact form or my lead form. Now what I need to do is I need to fill all these details here, and I need to create this form submission with my new lead detail. So here I need to first give the name of my lead. So here my lead name is going to be Michael Karras. Now I'm going to give my email address, and that will be michaelkarras@pabblytudes.com. I'm also going to give the phone number of my lead, and this is going to be a random phone number. Now I'm going to give the city, that will be Bhopal. And I'm going to give the gender, that is going to be male. Now I have filled all the required details of my lead, and I have filled all these details. Now I'm going to click on submit. And here I have successfully submitted this form, and I have created this new form submission. Now that as I've created this form submission, all the detail of this form submission should be added in a new row in my Google Sheet. So I'm going to take you to Google Sheet. And here in Google Sheet, we can see I have added this new row with all the detail of my lead. And now as I've added this new row in my Google Sheet, all the detail of this form submission or the lead detail should be sent to Pabbly Connect too. So now let me take you to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, we can see I have received this response. So this is the response of my new form submission, and here I have my trigger column, that is column F. I have the timestamp when I have received this form submission. Also I have received the spreadsheet name, that is contact form responses. I have my sheet name, that is form responses 1, and I have all the detail of my lead. So here this is the lead name, that is Michael Karras. I have the email address, that is michaelkarras@pabblytudes.com. I have the random phone number, and also I have the gender, that is male, and I have the city, that is Bhopal. So here we can see that as I've created a new form submission in Google Forms, I have received all the detail of that lead here in Pabbly Connect. And as I've received all these details of my form submission, what I want to do is I want to automatically create a new person in Pipedrive by using all these details of the lead. So here for automatically creating a new person in Pipedrive, I need to set up my Actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab. And here I need to search for my action application that is going to be Pipedrive. So I'm going to search for that. And now I'm going to select Pipedrive here. Now I'm going to give my action event. So I'm going to open this tab. And create a person is going to be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And now I'm going to connect Pipedrive with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. So I'm going to click on connect. I will click on add new connection. And now here for connecting Pipedrive with Pabbly Connect, I need to give an API token. So how I'm going to get this API token? For that, I need to first log into my Pipedrive account. And after logging in, I need to click on my profile icon where I need to go to personal preferences. And in personal preferences, I will find the API option. So by using API option, I'm going to create a new API token or I will get my API token. So for this, let me first take you to my Pipedrive account. I will go to my profile section. And here I will go to personal preferences. I'm going to open that. And here in personal preferences, I will go to API. And here in API, we can see I have this personal API token. So I'm going to first generate a new token. I'm going to again click on this generate token button. And here my new token has been generated. Now I'm going to copy this token. I will go back to Pabbly Connect. And I'm going to paste that token here in this tab. Now I have added the required details. So I'm going to click on save. And here I've connected Pipedrive with Pabbly Connect. Now here for creating a new person, I need to fill all these details. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to use all the detail of my lead that I have received through my Google Form submission. And I have received the Google Form responses in my previous tab. So by using all the detail from my previous tab, I'm going to map those details here in these tab. And I'm going to fill all the required details that I've received from Google Form or I needed to create a new person in Pipedrive. So I'm going to map those details from my previous steps. And for that, I need to use mapping. So what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So here I need to first map the name of my person. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of Google Forms and here this is my lead name and I want this to be the name of my person. So I'm going to map this. Now I'm going to give my label. So I'm going to open this tab and here I want this label to be hot lead. So I'm going to select that as my label. Now I have to give the phone number. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of Google Forms. And here this is the phone number. So I'm going to map this. Similarly, I'm going to map the email address. And now I have these two tabs of organization and the owner. But I haven't received these details from my previous tab. So I'm not going to fill these details. Now I have to select the visible to option. So I'm going to open this tab. And here I have all these options. Like I can make this visible to item owner's visibility group, item owner's visibility group and subgroups and all user. So here I'm not going to select any option here and I'm just going to keep this as none. And now I have these two tabs of first name, last name and the label. So here I have to give the first name and the last name of my lead. And here I'm only receiving the full name from my previous tab of Google Forms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the full name and I'm going to split that into the first name and the last name by using a tool that Pabbly Connect offers and that is text formatter by Pabbly. So I'm going to scroll up and here I'm going to add one more actions tab. And here in actions tab, I'm going to search for text formatter by Pabbly and I'm going to select that. And now by using text formatter by Pabbly, I'm going to split the full name of my lead. So for that, I need to give my action event. So I'm going to open this tab. And here split text is going to be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And I'm going to connect text formatter by Pabbly with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on connect. And here I need to first give my text to split. So here I'm going to map the name of my lead. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Google Forms. And here this is the name of my lead. So I'm going to map this. And this is going to be my text to split. Now I'm going to use this space between the first name and the last name of my lead. And here by using this space, I'm going to split the first name and the last name. So here for splitting the name, I have to give the separator and here I'm going to use the space as my separator. So for using space, I need to use these curly bracket and in between the curly bracket, I need to type space. So I'm going to type that here and I'm going to give my separator and now I have to give my segment index. So here I want both the first name and the last name in my response. So I'm going to use my segment index as all. And now I have filled all the required details. So I'm going to click on save and send test to quiz button. And here we can see I have splitted the first name and the last name of my lead. Now I'm going to use these details and I'm going to map that in my step of Pipedrive. So I'm going to open that and I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to map the first name and the last name. Now here I can also give the label to my lead or the person that I'm going to create in Pipedrive, but I don't want to give any labels, so I'm going to leave this blank. But if you want to fill these details, you can do that too. And here I have mapped all the required detail. Now that as I mapped these details, I made all these details dynamic. Now what will happen is that every time I'm going to receive a new form submission through Google Form or I'm going to receive a new lead detail, then automatically all these details that I mapped here will get replaced with the new lead detail and I will create a new person in Pipedrive. So for every new lead or the new form submission that I'm going to receive through Google Forms, I will create a new person in Pipedrive. Now I'm going to scroll down and here I need to click on save and send test to quiz button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response and this means that I have created a new person in Pipedrive by using all the detail of my form submission that I've received through Google Forms. So to check whether I've created a new person or not, let me take you to Pipedrive. Now here in Pipedrive, I will go to contacts. And here in contacts, we can see I'm on this section of people where I have all the person that I have in my Pipedrive account. And in this, I have automatically created this new person, which is named as Michael Karras. I have the email as michaelkarras@pabblytudes.com and I have the random phone number of my lead. So here we can see that these were the detail of my form submission that I have received through Google Form or the lead detail. And automatically by using those details, I have created a new person in Pipedrive. So here I have successfully created this automation between Google Forms and Pipedrive. And for every new lead or a new form submission that I'm going to receive through Google Forms, I will create a new person in Pipedrive. So to check this in real time, whether my automation is working or not, let me take you back to my Google Form. I will again preview this form. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new form submission. So here first I have to give my lead name and here my lead name is going to be John Doe. Email will be johndoe@pabblytudes.com. I'm going to give a random phone number. I'm going to give my city, that is going to be Indore, and the gender will be again male. Now I have filled all the required details, so I'm going to click on submit. And here I have successfully submitted my form and I have created this form submission. Now that as I've created this form submission in Google Forms, now what should happen is that automatically by using all these details of the lead or this form submission detail, a new person should get created automatically in Pipedrive. So to check whether I've created a new person in Pipedrive or not, let me take you back to Pipedrive. And here in Pipedrive, I'm on this section of people. And in this section, we can see I have created this new person that has the name as John Doe. Email is johndoe@pabblytudes.com and I have the random phone number of my lead. So here we can see I have successfully created this person in Pipedrive by using all the detail of the form submission that I've just created in Google Forms. And I've created this automation between Google Forms and Pipedrive. And here I've created this automation and these connection by using Pabbly Connect. So let me take you to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, I have connected Google Forms with Pipedrive to create Pipedrive person on Google Forms submission. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger and my trigger application was Google Forms and my trigger event was new response received. Then I have set up my actions tab and first I have used text formatter by Pabbly to split the full name into the first name and the last name. And in the end, I have used Pipedrive to create a new person. So this is how I have successfully created this automation and I have created this connection between Google Forms and Pipedrive. And you can also create this automation just by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to add the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there. And thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this with Pabbly Connect. If you want to reach out to us, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any issues or queries related to our workflow, then you can check the forum link. And if you have any issues related to the pricing of Pabbly Connect or Pabbly, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel.